Welcome back, one and all, to another beer review. Right, the beer we are looking at now is a beer that I picked up today. I've done a bit of a road trip video. By the time you see this, it won't be today, it will be another day, and you'll know what the road trip video was about, blah, 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 blah. But it was a beer that I picked up from my little journey today, and it's out of a Beer 52 box. It was actually a Beer 52 box, short dated boxes or out of date beers if you like. So I've gone through them all. The dates are, some of them are terrible. These are the worst ones. I'm getting them done, but I'm going to work my way through them. So I'm going to review them anyway. So yeah, Beer 52 box, 12 beers in it for £6. But the beer's all out of date and some of them are majorly out of date. So we're going to look at a few of them first. Probably be one now. I may do two now. No, I won't. I'll just do one now and then it'll be separate. Stop waffling. Stop waffling. Right. I was going to stop it then and start again, but no, we're going to go with what we got. So the first beer we're going to be looking at out of the case is from Vocation Brewery, and we are taking a look at their Bigger Boat Pale Ale. Hazy Pale Ale, coming in at 4%. Beautiful artwork on that. I do like that. A bit weird and wacky. 330ml can in the box. It was 4%, but the date on this, its best before was the 12th of the 10th, 21. So I think we are looking at about 16 and a half months out past its best date. So God knows what it's going to be like, but we'll just take a chance. That's what you do when you buy short dated and shit and what have you. You take a chance. So Vocation Brewery glass there. Let's get it open and see what we get. It's not actually, I haven't actually chilled them really. So actually, just 2 seconds. Let me just pause the video. Right, we're back. I've just put two in the fridge actually. Two different beers. I'm hoping to review 3 of them today. But this one, I mean, it's cool, if you like, but it's not cold, so it's probably going to taste rank. But yeah, let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Like I say, this has cost me 50 pence. So let's get her open, see what we get. Oh shit. Well, it's shot its bolt. There we go. I don't know if you can see. There we go. It's probably all the flinging around it's done. It's rather lively. It's very lively actually. Very lively. Probably too warm and it's probably been chucked around left, right and centre. Let me just grab a tissue, wipe the table, wipe my hands. A review that is not going well, shall we say. It's a beer in a glass. It's a nucleated bottom on it. You can see there's lots of bubbles going up. It's a hazy. It looks a little bit sort of more chicken stock on the camera, but it's not quite that sort of thick and dense. But it is a hazy sort of orange looking beer. We've got a hand and a half of the head. Mix and match bubbles. I don't know if it's going to die down. Sometimes these things happen, don't they? I've still got half the beer in the can. So rather than wait, we are going to go in with our nostrils and see what Bigger Boat Pale Ale gives us on the nose. Jesus Christ, look at that. I swirled it and it went bigger. The typical IPA really. Yeah. It's maybe got a little bit of a funny aroma on it, I'm not sure. But, well, I say IPA, it's got that typical sort of pale ale thing. It's tropical, juicy, but there is a little bit of a funny smell on it. Could just be me. Anyway, let's stop waffling on. Let's go in on Vocation's Bigger Boat Hazy Pale Ale, 4%, massively out of date, 16 and a half months out of date. God help me. Cheers. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll have the old Tom tits. Look at the size of that head. Cat meowing now. Right, because I've never had this before, it's going to be, shut up cat, you do me head in. Hang on, pause this video. Apologies, stress video, should we start again? Hazy, well carbonated, 16 months out of date. Orange looking, massive head. On the nose, it was fruity. There's a little bit of a funny aroma in there. It was hoppy, sort of tropical, fruity. On the taste, let's go in. body wise, bearing in mind we've got a massive head on this. The head normally helps a beer. It's a bit lively on the top. I think when you get near the bottom of that head, it's quite sort of like a thicker, creamier head. I'm going to try and swirl it all in, see if we have any joy. No, but yeah. %4 beer. It feels quite smooth. It's got a creaminess about it. The body isn't bad. I did have a look on the back before. Malted barley, wheat, oats. The hops are Centennial, BBC, Nelson Sauvin, or Sauvin, however you want to pronounce it. Just quickly, Trans-Pacific Pale, brewed with the hops from New Zealand and the West Coast USA. With waves of hoppy aroma followed by a quenching bite of bitterness, this beer is well worth getting your jaws around. Jaws, hence the bigger boat. What an awful review this is. Yeah, quite a decent body. That typical sort of pale ale. It doesn't feel too thin. It hasn't got that watery thinness that some beers have when they're sort of sessionable. Slightly sweet, I'm going to say. It's got a sweetness about it. With a gentle bitterness. It does feel a little bit lifeless, a little bit flat. It feels, that's how it's starting to feel. Taste wise, you're still getting that little hoppy thing in there. I've got to say, I'd imagine it'd be a lot better, fresher. I would imagine there'd be a little bit more life in it, I would imagine. I think the hops would be a little bit more prominent in it. You get a malty base to it. It's juicy, it's tropical. 4%, it's drinking like 4%. But it's one of them that is something that we've seen over and over again. Yeah, it's better, I'm going to say, than some of your supermarket session sort of pale ales, session IPAs. They tend to be that little bit thinner. Pardon me. This one does feel like it's got that little bit extra. We get the gubbins in there now. I think there's a few lumps and bumps gone in there to haze it up a little bit more. Maybe I should have got that in beforehand. But bearing in mind, I would imagine this fresh wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too bad. Even now, like I say, best before the 12th of the 10th, 21. I think it's working out. It's about 17 months past its best. It's actually still not too bad, but I think you can sort of tell it's lost an edge to it. But I mean, it's okay. Are you going to pick it up? If they brew it again, give it a go. Hang on, messages coming through. Always happens, doesn't it? If they brew it again and you see it, I'd say for a light beer, a hazy pale ale, it's worth giving a try. But if they don't, maybe you're just going to have to pick up one of these Beer 52 boxes from the Crate Escape in Huddersfield. Like I say, 12 beers and a snack for £6. So you can't go wrong, 50p. Anyway, they're my views on this beer. It's a bit of a shit show of a review. Thank you all for watching. If you're still awake, well done. I appreciate that. Feel free to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again soon on another one. And keep enjoying your weekend. Cheers.